There's no activity, no giggle, no nothing.
Oh yeah, fractal Bitcoin. Welcome to today's Bitcoin news video.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, let's go. Let's get right to the price. But really, there's no activity. There's no giggle in the Bitcoin market today. There just isn't. Because we're hanging down here around 56,000. You could see over the weekend we hung around $56,000 and $57,000. Yeah, I mean, this is the daily chart going all the way back to the beginning of the year right here. So, yeah, it's okay. You know, I guess around 52,000 here. 52,000, there's some support, and below that, I believe, is 47,000. Yeah, it looks like it is right over here. So, yeah, look, it's not good in terms of people are freaking out, right?
That's frightening.
Right, that's what people are saying.
That's a mystery.
That's what other people are saying.
Oh, forget it.
That's what I'm saying.
It's a mess.
And it's a mess. That's what most people are saying. So, but let's zoom out, right? Bitcoin, bottom to top. This is really an important chart here because it starts at the bottom, the cycle bottoms. It doesn't start. This chart doesn't start at the halving. Starts at the cycle bottoms, and the light blue one was the last cycle, and the orange one was the cycle before that. So the orange one is when we peaked in December 2017, and the last cycle, the light blue, we peaked in 2021, 2 different times. Well, really November 2021. And now you could see the white line here. It's this cycle. And look, from the bottom, we're coming up. Look where we are. We're actually almost above where we were in the previous 2 cycles. So again, you got to zoom out. When it looks bad, just zoom out, right? That's the key with Bitcoin. Now, what's making the price go down? Okay, it's 2 things I mentioned on Friday, and this tweet here from the BTC Times says, the German government transferred $56 million in Bitcoin to exchanges, stirring market volatility as Mt. Gox creditors receive payouts. Since June, Germany has moved $390 million worth of Bitcoin, signaling a potential liquidation strategy. Well, yeah, Germany's selling their Bitcoin. Why? Even, you know, I had a very young family member, 8 years old, and I just said out loud, I said, why is Germany selling all their Bitcoin? Don't they know the rule? And I said, hey, do you know the rule, the 8-year-old? And she said, yeah, never sell your Bitcoin. I swear to God, that's what she said. I said, you're correct. I was like, an 8-year-old knows not to sell their Bitcoin. Of course, I'm sure she heard me say that. But Germany's selling, don't know why, it's completely ridiculous. And then the Mt. Gox people who are receiving their money back, maybe some of them are selling. I don't know, I haven't seen any hard data on that. But look, this happens, right? This happens in bull markets, bear markets. There's always little things that drive the price down or up, and this is just what it is today. But I thought this was important here. Scott Galloway says, the average 70-year-old is 72% wealthier than 40 years ago, while those under 40 years old are 24% less wealthy. Almost every major policy is a wealth transfer from young to old. Bitcoin is this generation's greatest opportunity. This is important because this is what's happening. I mean, we already know, like, that the older generations are selling out the younger generations, right? With the national debt, all the money printing, charging young people an arm and a leg to go to college. So basically you're stealing money from the young kids who want to learn and go to college, and you're putting it in the pockets of these older people who run these universities and stuff. It's horrible. It's a transfer of wealth. And the older people are leaving the world a much worse place for the young people. Bitcoin solves this. That's why all the young people, and this is not financial advice, the young folks should be buying Bitcoin, holding Bitcoin, just as a hedge. Just buy it and hold it wait 15, 20 years. I mean, this is, if young people don't do that, think about it. It's going to be insane. All the people who bought Bitcoin, they're going to hold their value over time. It's even going to go up. And people who do not buy Bitcoin, they're not going to have any savings. They're going to have, I mean, even if you had like $50,000 in the bank, you know, food is going to cost $50,000 a year pretty soon. Think about it. All right, well, if you're not subscribed and you'd like to, please do. Let's get into a couple stories of fiat and government nonsense because Bitcoin solves these issues. First, my wife sent me this. It's a video on YouTube. BRICS intrabank payment system launched. What's next? And you can see the description here. Russia and Iran, as two BRICS members, have finalized the integration of their national payment system, a significant step toward enhancing their economic cooperation and circumventing U.S. sanctions. So the whole world, over the next 5 or 10 years, the whole world is going to move away from the U.S. dollar. And the U.S. dollar is going to be inflated so much, it's going to become toilet paper. That's it. So if you're holding on to toilet paper in 5 or 10 years, I mean, I guess you need some toilet paper.
It's a mess.
It's a mess. Yeah, sorry, I hit the button. I whiffed. But anyway, I'll link to this video. It's 11 minutes long. But yeah, the BRICS alliance it's happening. It's happening. It's not just talk. All right, here's Tyler Winklevoss tweeting, "Thank you, Brian Armstrong and Coinbase, for doing this. Gary Gensler has been talking out of both sides of his mouth for years. His positions on crypto have been totally inconsistent, and the public deserves this transparency." And the article he's referring to is Coinbase seeks access to SEC chair's private emails. Yes. By the way, they're not private. He's a public servant. Gary Gensler, the SEC. These are public servants. Hello? Transparent. We need 100% transparency. That's it. So good. So Coinbase is seeking access to that. Good for Coinbase. I mean, whatever you think of Coinbase, I don't know. Sometimes they get a lot of times they get a bad rap because they're so big and they're sort of playing ball with the government, sort of. A lot of people think Coinbase, they call it Conbase and whatever, but I don't know. I've used Coinbase, and I mean, what else are you going to use? I mean, there are other things you can use, but anyway, point is, let's see the private emails, all right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, let's see them. All right, here's me realizing this unbacked paper now buys me half the groceries it used to. Yeah, have you looked at any cash lately and sort of pondered what's happening? I mean, literally, especially in the United States, we're not used to this kind of inflation. And it didn't even really start yet. But imagine holding up a $100 bill and it's like, there's going to be a time very soon when in order to go to McDonald's and buy a burger and fries and a drink, it might cost $100. That sounds insane right now, but I'm telling you it's on the way. It has to. You don't have monetary policy like the US dollar has and not get to that place. Throughout history, every currency, every fiat currency has gone to the same place. Of course, McDonald's wasn't around back then, but you know. All right, anyway. Yeah, the greatest scam to enslave mankind. Bankers charging interest for something created out of thin air while devaluing it at the same time. Yeah, this is literally the Federal Reserve. It's one big scam. It's a bunch of people who said, oh, we can just pretend we're the Federal Reserve and we can print money. We'll loan it to the United States. And it's just people who, you could do this. You could decide today to start your own currency, print a bunch of it, and all you got to do is convince other people to think it's valuable. And then you just print more for yourself and you just buy a mansion and 10 cars. And that's literally what the Federal Reserve is and does. My goodness. All right, Nostr sets you free. Let's talk about Nostr for a second. There's a clip here I want to play.
We cannot have a society in which if two people wish to communicate, the only way that can happen is if it's financed by a third person who wishes to manipulate them.
The easiest way to conceptualize Nostr is we're used to a paradigm on the internet of smart servers and dumb clients. Nostr flips that, and we have smart clients and very dumb servers. They're just relays relaying data, which reconfigures the internet and fills me full of a lot of hope that we can build an internet that we were promised, which wouldn't be as centralized as it's become. I think the centralization in these corporations having control of all these platforms is just a temporary blip in the digital information revolution that the internet is.
Yeah, I agree with him 1,000%. These corporations having centralized control of social media, that's dying right now. And hopefully soon, you know, it's going to take 5 or 10 years, but hopefully we'll just phase that out. We can use things like Nostr, which is very much like Bitcoin, decentralized, censorship resistant. We're not reliant on these big corporations, and we don't have to stand for their censorship and their shadow banning and their blocking, right? So Nostr is one thing that does that really, really well. There's nothing really like Nostr right now. And Nostr is very much like Bitcoin. That's why we say Nostr and Bitcoin are like, you know, peanut butter and chocolate, or whatever two things you like to say are great together. What do you think about that joke, Barry?
It's a mess.
Yeah, that's a mess. All right. Anyway, here, the Fountain app. I don't know if you use the Fountain app. It's a podcast listening app. It's called Fountain. And it was already, they had already integrated the Bitcoin Lightning Network into it, but now they're integrating Nostr even more. And they just started beta testing this. This is Oscar Mary. He posted on Nostr saying, hey, he's looking for a few people to help beta test. So if I had time, I would do it, but there's a lot of people doing it. But yeah, the Fountain app is a really cool way. It was a cool way, a very cool way to listen to podcasts. Now it's going to be even cooler if they really go full Nostr integration. That's really good. I'm very psyched for that. So if you haven't tried the Fountain app, check it out. And here, yeah, Walker says he LOL'd at this. Yeah, we got, I mean, this is, all right. This is, I'm going to play this because I want to play it because I think it's funny.
After the debate, we ran a poll. And every single person we polled thinks that you're a retard. We polled African Americans. They all say you're a retard. Hispanic Americans also think that you're retarded. They call you El Retardo. We even polled actual retarded people. Even they say you sound absolutely retarded. You see where this is going, Mr. President?
Well, I just had a bad night.
After the debate, we went.
Well, I just had a bad night. Oh, that is so funny. Oh, I love it. All right. Yeah, here's some cute animals for you. And yeah, so I appreciate you being here today. Yeah, so to round things up today, look, yeah, the charts are pretty bloody still. It feels very bloody. People are freaking out about the Bitcoin price. The answer is don't freak out. Just hold, relax. We have these phases throughout bull runs, throughout bear markets, everything. So these phases are normal. You just got to hold tight. Don't be feared out of the market. I mean, that's obviously number one. This is our website, fractalbitcoin.com. Click this link on the very top. It says join our locals community. And you'll come over here where you can join our locals community for free. It's a place we're growing. It's a community we're growing. I post some exclusive videos here. Here's one from this weekend. Toast after a long and high hike. Yeah, we had a really awesome hike this weekend, but that's it. So please subscribe to the channel. If you're on Rumble, follow the channel on Rumble. And I appreciate all you guys. I appreciate all the comments. So hang tough. We're doing fine. These dog days of summer might be, you know, you might feel it. You might feel some pressure. It's okay, but just don't do anything crazy, and we'll be fine. And because we always are. And all right, I'll see you tomorrow for tomorrow's Bitcoin news video. All right, bye.